Most independent artists do not have a music problem. They actually have a direction problem. You see, they make a song, maybe they make a cover, Canva, AI, whatever, doesn't matter. Post a few videos, if that, and basically just wait on the world to discover them. And then they make another song and repeat that process over and over again, thinking someone's going to discover them and make them rich and famous. But after years and years of doing that myself, I know that does not compound to anything besides a few streams here and there and a couple likes, saves, downloads, subscribers, whole lot of nothing. In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix that. And that is by building a very clear single source of truth called the Artist Bible. I created this free guide to walk you through this so you don't have to figure out how to do this, be overwhelmed and overthink things. Made it very clear, step by step. Answer these questions, fill out this prompt, use our custom GPT that is designed off of our values and resources to output your Artist Bible. If you'd like to follow along with me as I go through this video, you could get it linked down below. We'll email it to you, and that way you can kind of go through as I'm talking through this, or see if this is actually what you want to spend your time on, which I highly recommend if you've been making lots of music and getting nowhere with it. This will give you a direction and a way to attract the right people and start to snowball some growth on your projects. So let's talk about what you're going to complete. You're going to have a clear artist direction. It's not just going to be random songs you make anymore. You're going to have a source of truth document called the Artist Bible. And as a bonus, we're going to do an output 3, which is a 30-day priority that gives you specific steps for everything you just talked about through your Artist Bible, what you've been working on, what you have, what you want to do. It will tell you this is what you're doing for the next month. If you're serious, you're doing this. That's it. Super simple. And I really want you to understand that AI is the tool, is your team. You are still the creative director. You are still the artist. You are still the tastemaker at the end of the day. AI is not replacing you. It is allowing you to stop with the excuses, have a team of AIs to do the work for you, so you could focus on what you want. If you like making the music, make the music. If you like editing videos, edit the videos. Work on what you want to work on, what you enjoy doing. And we're going to get systems for AI to do the rest. So that way you have no more excuses. You're not waiting to be discovered. You have a project worth discovering because you actually discovered yourself. You discovered your artist's identity, the project's identity. Why this project? Why are you trying to put out music? If you just like to make music, just don't put it out, just make music. But if you're trying to put it out and you want people to discover it, you need a purpose and an identity for this project. And that is exactly what we're going to do today. So we're going to keep it high level. I'm not going to go into the specific details, but this is how the system works. We're going to decide, we're going to answer the prompts using direct and imperfect language. So we need to basically brain dump. Doesn't matter if it's spelt correct, commas, misspelling, all that stuff. Doesn't matter. You need to get your vision out as best as possible for something to understand the AI. The AI needs to understand your vision. The better you can communicate that, the better it's going to work going forward with you when it builds out your artist's identity and vision. You're going to direct it. So you are going to go back and forth. Don't accept what the AI gives you. Figure out your actual vision and what matters. Reject all the generic and random things that are not on target. And make sure you build an actual cohesive project and identity that is understandable for your audience. Then we're going to make GPT. Once it understands everything, we went through all the prompts, all the questions. We're going to have it put out our Artist Bible. And this document is our source of truth for you, for AI to reference, And if you work with any other collaborators, they have everything about this project so they can make sure whatever they're building for you, whatever they're helping you with, whatever they're collaborating with, they know the guidelines. This is part of my project, my artist identity. It's got to be in line with this. And always, at the end, you got to verify it and make sure it is what you want. Because once this Bible's created, you could edit it, but it needs to be locked and detailed and tight. So as you're prompting out AI to do this, do that, it knows the guidelines it needs to follow when it's building things for your project. So that leads us into choosing your project. You're going to go through these 3 questions, and basically to have a strong direction, you need to have a specific container, and we need to define what we are building, what we're working towards. And that's what this comes in. Then we're going to need to define your identity for this artist, whether it's an AI project, it's you are the front runner, you are the face, you are the producer, you're the writer, the singer, whatever you're doing, whatever the project is, figure that out. Once we have the artist identity, then we need to go on to the creative mission. And this is the meaning of the project, the reason to exist beyond just making music on your own, right? Again, go through the questions, fill this out, be detailed, be clear, be specific the best you can. After that, we need to define the audience. So now we know our artist, we know what we're creating, the vision. Who is it for? We're obviously making it for people to connect with. So who is it for? We need to be clear on that. And you're going to go through these questions so you can become more clear on who your project is for. People want to feel something when they come to your project. And you need to figure out what that is. What do people feel when they come to your project? What transformation of the people you want people to associate with your project? Sake of my electronic music project, where I produce the music, is a really high energy project. So all my music is fast, energetic, makes you want to move, basically pulls energy out of you, and it really helps people feel free and burn off the energy. So if you got excess energy built up inside you, my music helps release that, and it's a form of relaxation and also kind of exercises the brain in a weird way, because I layer in little background noises and layers for people who want to mentally listen to the music. It gives them stuff to look for, catch, follow along. Now, this step is crucial, and it is establishing the position. You want people to be able to understand your project and relate to it. So you need to have that balance. It can't be so weird and unique, because if it is, you're going to be struggling to build a big audience and start to produce money from your creativity, if that's your goal. So you need to dial it back a little bit in a way, and I don't mean make it generic, because we're not going the generic route either. We need it to be understandable. We need themes. We need core identities. We need to have a foundation. People can understand about you and your project and what it's about and what to expect from it. And then that leads us into the core themes. So now we're starting to tie everything together. And this is when we start to work out our core themes for our projects. And then once we get our core themes, we need to set the creative direction for this. This is to help AI stay on target and not drift. This is to help you keep everything cohesive. This is for you to work with other people and have them have a set of rules to follow along, and certain colors, fonts, feelings, emotions, all that stuff that's built around your project identity. They know how to stay on track. This is crucial. It's going to help you get better results quicker and not AI slop, and also less back and forth with your collaborators. It'll almost feel like they're reading your mind. So now we need to basically give visuals to that world now. Okay. What does that look like? What type of art is it? Where are you leaning towards? Is it like more nature? Is it more street? Is it more, what is it, right? A lot of the big brands have this. For me, I'm into electronic music, so I think deadmau5. He has the mouse head, the lights, similar type of music. Even him personally, he has an attitude and I'm not trying to label it, but he acts a certain way and he's true to that because that's who he is and he's showing that out. And people could, love or hate that, connect with it. Excision, dinosaurs. He has his Lost Lands events. It's all part of the world. It's all branded together visually, right? It all makes sense. And you need to do that for your project as well. You have the creativity, you have the vision, you have all that stuff. But what tone are you trying to communicate with? Are you down to earth? Are you just a realist? Are you, I don't know, are you analytical? Whatever it is, figure out how you want to communicate. For me, on most of my musical projects, I am more of the thinker, down to earth person, broadening people's perspectives, but also in a way where I'm not forcing things. I'm open to hearing other people. And basically, the core of it, being down to earth and being human. People drift, AI drifts. We need rules, but also anti-rules. And basically, we need to say, hey, this is a must. This has to be done every single time and be referenced. But if you're going to create and expand and try something else, make sure you never do these when trying to broaden your creation. Text it writes back. The visuals it builds, whatever it's doing for you, needs to know what is a non-negotiable, but it also needs to know what it's a non-negotiable to not do. This will help get very clear responses and results from AI because it has a consistent guideline, rules, and structure to follow when doing things for your project. And this also works with collaborators as well. If you're working with someone and maybe they're doing your artwork, okay, well, please follow these 5, but also don't do these 5 things. And then it'll almost be like they're reading your mind because basically your mind is dumped into this artist Bible and they don't have to guess. They know everything that needs to be done, what to follow, what to be like. So if you're not doing it at the same time, now's a good time to open up that custom GPT and start to paste in all your answers from these questions. So I hope you were typing them. If you're handwriting them, now it's a time to start typing them out and start to go back and forth with the GPT. Again, if you haven't got it, link down below for this PDF and the link to the GPT. That will make your artist Bible. You're going to paste in your answers. You're going to let it ask you questions. You're going to go back and forth, and then you're going to tell it to make your final Bible. So your first thing you're going to want to paste in is this down here. Basically, it's letting the bot know, hey, I'm a new person. I just finished the PDF. You have access to it. Let's start going. I started filling out. Okay. And then go through all the questions, all the prompts we gave you throughout the packet with the fill in the brackets. When it does spit it out, you're going to want to audit it. Make sure it has a cohesive identity, an audience, has meaning, position, world, boundaries, and actions. This is a time you want to go back and forth and make sure it actually builds what you talked about and envisioned, so it has a true, authentic source of truth for your project that is exactly what your vision is for this project. Okay, so we have our artist Bible, we have our identity, we have something cohesive now. Now what? Well, you're going to go through these questions and you are going to start to figure out what your next 30-day priorities are with AI. Same bot. Keep that chat going and answer these questions. and figure out where the logical next step is for you to do. And you may be lost with, well, how am I going to do this? This all sounds great, but what should I use? We have a list of things we use right now and we recommend. So those tools are what I use, but full transparency, I am affiliates with them because I want to spread the good word of what I like and use and get my fair share kicked back to me at no extra cost to you. And sometimes you even get cheaper pricing or package deals when using these links. They do change, so it depends on the time of you using it, but you can access them and start to really hit the ground running for your artist brand and start to build out your systems and content for this. I know that was a lot. Spend 30, 40 minutes, an hour, however long it takes to get this all done, because once you get this done and solidified in a document, it's there forever to reference, and then you just do little tweaks here and there going forward. This is what's going to help you get from just random songs, random ideas, random thoughts in your head that play over and over again and you dream about, to reality, something people could connect with, understand, become super fans for, and you, in return, build your business, your artist identity, your project, and make money from it doing what you love to do. So I hope this opened your eyes that you could do everything yourself with tools, being targeted, being specific. Just follow the PDF, use our GPT with the prompts we gave you, and you could do this all in a day and have your next month of work to get you moving forward and stop making excuses and wondering why no one's discovering you, because you can't even discover yourself. You got to discover yourself first for other people to understand and discover as well. Know who you are, know what the artist is, build the artist, direct the system, and people will connect with you when you do all this together and make it make sense to the end user. So if you're new here and you like this, first of all, get access to it. Click that thumbs up, subscribe, check out other videos. We cover all different topics of stuff. Some might speak to you, some might not, but the whole purpose is building your artist project up with whatever you like doing, whatever you want to use AI to do for you. Build the cohesive package, get it done. No more excuses. Build what is in your head. See you in the next video. Peace.